Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Roulette Rivals 8 match. This time we got a PC matchup, loser bracket round 2 between Bad Games and Mikulers. My name is Frody, welcome everyone. We will be starting with Dubai, chosen by Bad Games. Then we will travel to Miami, chosen by Mikulers. It's still a first to 3 points matchup, so we will see 3 maps max. And we will be starting in a couple of minutes. In the meantime, let me set up the predictions. And I'm excited for this game, guys. Should be a really good one. Give me one moment for the predictions here. Who will win Dubai? There we go. Yeah, and he's playing on mobile as well. The absolute legend. But yeah, welcome guys. If we're looking at the lifetime performances of these two players, we see Bad Game has played Dubai 5 times. Lost all 5 times. Bad Games still has to win a map, I believe. I mean, he is playing on mobile, which is incredibly difficult. So respect to him, shout out to him. And on the other end, we have Mikulers, and a well-seasoned player, a very good player. Has played Dubai 4 times in total, won it 2 times, lost 2 times. So an even 50-50 split there. We still have Yanini holding the map record here of 2 minutes and 43 seconds, done during the last World Championship, which is an insane time, really. In the meantime, it looks like I will be having Joker as backup here. I'm not seeing any any gameplay from Bad Games here though. The only thing I'm seeing is it working in chat? So that might be a little tricky. Exactly. Hold up, let me delay the spin real quick. And let me inform the players just to give Bad Games slightly more time. And Joker should be joining me any moment. Just keeping an eye out on Bad Games. I'm just informing him on his Twitch chat at the moment because he is live. His chat is working. But no gameplay so far, so I delayed the spin by 2 minutes here. Let's hope he can sort it out. One moment, chat. I just have to make sure that we get some gameplay over here from Bad Games. Looking at his Twitch right now. No response so far though. But yeah, to be fair, Bad Games is playing on Stadia and on mobile, which is which is just utterly insane to me. I wouldn't be able to do that. So again, props to him. No response yet from Bad Games, however. I will delay the spin a little bit more. I'll give him another 2 minutes just to sort it out.
Hello.
Yo, Joker, how you doing, man? Welcome, welcome.
I'm very good. Liverpool just won the FA Cup, so I'm ecstatic about that.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, that's why I was a bit late today.
I'm just delayed the spin a second time because, as you can see, there's still no gameplay capture on Bad Game side. I hope he can sort it out. He didn't used to have issues with streaming in previous tournaments as the mobile player, and as we can see, he is live. I do wish he would respond though. But yeah, welcome in, Joker. It's been a very hectic and crazy day in terms of matches.
Yeah, I've seen your Discord. The amount of shoutcast pings I've had today.
Yeah, I mean
has
it was just
been
all hands on deck, man. We had
yeah.
multiple timestamp with multiple matches going on at the same time. Same same for this one. We have 3 matches going on at the same time. I do really wish that Bad Games would reply here though. I do
Yeah,
see some mouse movement on his gameplay capture or on his well display capture or however he sorted it out.
promising signs. Quickly going to Dubai. Picked by back games with an 0-5 record, so that does suggest again he has been practicing in between tourneys. Usually when you have a record like that on a map, it would suggest you would normally like ban it or or just leave it alone and just pray for it not to come up in the decider.
Yeah, then again, I mean he's playing on mobile, so that's hard enough, and it is the map that he stuck to all this time. So in that case, it makes sense, right? I mean, it's gonna be incredibly difficult on mobile regardless. Hey, and we are getting some display. Yay! Looks like we're ready to go here. Yep, that looks good on Bad Game side. Yeah, that does look good. All right, so we should be ready to start now in 20 seconds. Apologies to the chat for the rocky start there, but we had to make sure that Bad Games actually was broadcasting his gameplay. So here we go, 10 seconds away. I'm joined here by Joker. I'm excited for this match. Joker, will you do the honors of reading the first spin out?
Yes, indeed. So yeah, we have Carl Ingram Electrocution as the event staff and Marcus Stuyvesant Cleaver as the art crew.
So that's not too bad, right? Electrocution is very close by to Carl. The disguises aren't that tricky either. No life kills. So that should be doable. What would you make of this, Joker? Where would you start if you were in the shoes of these players?
My head, I mean, look, I'm very comfortable with the art crew staff. I think that's the common isolation. Again, the event crew staff, the Skies isn't exactly the highest to get, so I would lean towards an art crew start here. Just to have that disguise. It is one of the slightly harder disguises on the buy to get. There are a lot of easier ones, and it does work both hand in hands with the common isolations. Of course, there is a bathroom near where you isolate Ingram.
Yeah, exactly. Although I gotta say, the security start that Mikulers chose to use makes sense, of course, as well. Also allows for a quick isolation. It just only results into having to grab an extra disguise, the art crew disguise, of course, but shouldn't be too hard to obtain. But yeah, Mikulers is already in. Bad Games in the meantime still
Hmm.
mulling it over, still thinking about this loadout. And on a short map like Dubai, you don't have that much time to spend on your loadout management, right?
Yeah, no, we see Mikulers already 1 minute in. It's such a healthy lead to have, especially how quickly you can isolate both targets as well.
Yeah, one minute in terms of Dubai is just is an eternity already. Whereas compared to on a map like Santa Fortuna, it's just nothing. But here,
Exactly.
but yeah, we do see an event staff start from Bad Games, it seems, which is one of the required disguises here, which also makes sense. Like any of those three that we mentioned works out great with the double isolation for both targets. So that does make sense. But yeah, Mikulus with the double isolation already and the double knockout. He just retrieved the cleaver from the kitchen. He's gonna make. He's gonna try to obtain the art crew disguise right here. Does have to wait a little bit because the guard here is near. Has to wait for him to wander off in a thrown distraction, and we'll get the disguise right here.
Yeah, he's building up a nice health lead here as well. He has that arc, he has the cleaver, about to get the arc crew disguise as well, so he's gonna have them two ready for the mark skill, and of course the event staff is very close as well. Um, so yeah.
Yeah, and that will be the first skill for Mikulus here already. Art crew cleaver for Marcus Thuisend, and that's done. And yeah, like you said, Joker, the event staff disguise is well right down here, right? There's even the free one, I believe, that you can pick up from the floor. Instead, he opts to just KO this guy, which should be alone here as well. Yeah, a lot of options for both of the disguises. Doesn't really matter which one you take, I'd say. Yeah, Bad Games is running around a little bit. Seems to be struggling with the isolations. It does look like he missed both isolations already. Whereas Mikulers is already closing in on his second kill. He just needs to drag Call here, puncture the water thingy, drop the taser, and that seems to be over already.
Yeah, this is nice and efficient here from Nicholas. Has the taser, just needs to place it down, and of course just shoot the wall barrel, and he should just be fine. To execute Marcus, Carl Ingram, of course has two X's very close by. The elevator downstairs would be the safe one, but yeah, but you can just run to this one here and be fine.
Yeah, that guard at this elevator is a bit blind, isn't he? He doesn't see anything. And that is a first try win from Mikulus here on the first map, on the map that Bad Game chose. So, Joker, will you take over the commentary for like one moment? I also have to set up the upcoming spin as well.
Yeah, and yeah, we're going to Miami next, picked by Miklin. So yeah, he does have that important thing of taking his opponent's map pick. So he is going to be more comfortable. He's going to have a nice, comfortable lead on his own map pick, which of course you probably going to be more relaxed on. Of course, we look at the bands as well, but Wilton Creek and Santa Fortuna. I'm guessing there won't be Santa Fortuna, of course, being one of the big five, isn't very popular to be picked. I feel like, but yeah, certainly getting more picked now. Wilton Creek, it's one of the maps where you like it or you hate it. I think, and it could just be a ban now just to get out of the way. So yeah, and we go back to Dubai back games. He just didn't look like he could get going, unfortunately. On Dubai, of course. I think the event start did throw him off slightly. Did miss um the standard isolation times. So very unfortunate. But yeah, Mikulers was just so efficient in terms of getting around the map, getting the disguises and the right tools needed. And going to Miami next, and we can look at the lifetime performances. Back Games has played on it once and lost it. Mikulers well 9 times, won 5 of the times. So he does seem to be very comfortable on the map indeed.
Yeah, Mikulers, of course, very experienced player. Has played in, well, at least 5 or 6 RR tournaments already. He knows his way around. And yeah, like you said, Joe, I could hear you in the background. Like pretty flawless performance there from Mikulers. No mistakes whatsoever. Nice in-game time as well. And yeah, now on to Miami. The predictions should be up as well, if I didn't mess those up. So yeah, that should be good. And Miami is always can always be an interesting one, right? Because you always have like the map is split in two, and like
Hmm.
pretty much for most spins, like the order doesn't matter that much because you also have exit close by, right? Like you have the helicopter near the laptop, and you have the
Yeah.
medic exit near the garage for Sierra. So you can always opt for yeah, for either target to go kill first, which can lead to some interesting gameplay.
Hmm. Yeah, Miami does get interesting because that could be you know the start of the skies. Like if you see a console engineer in your spin for Robert Knox, especially, do you see that and just go for that kill first, or do you still go for Sierra Knox? And of course, it is mostly the standardizations we see. Sierra Knox with getting her out of her car in whatever way, mainly the sugar, really now, and then of course peekabooing her over. Whereas we see Robert Knox just shooting the laptop is what we mostly see with him.
Yeah. Although we have seen the Chili shots gaining popularity in this tournament, since it was discovered that that also ends the race. We've seen it quite a bit. In previous tournaments, it was always either the race or the dongle. Maybe sometimes like the race marshal, like actually disqualifying a player.
Hmm.
But mostly those two. But now with the chili shots, it's a very viable option as well.
Yeah. It does give you that bit of extra time to just wait for you to get out of a car, and like if it's especially if it's like a blooming Aeon driver or frac driver, it does give you that little bit of extra time, to get that disguises, and you can just always wait for Sierra. Because I think I experimented. She does take, if you start waiting and poison the cheese shot straight away, it takes, I think, just over 2 minutes for her to get out of her car. So it is very efficient in that way that you can, if everything is in the VIP building, you can just get everything straight away and go right to it.
Yeah, no doubt, exactly. Yeah, let's see if Bad Games can do something back here. Of course, he's quote unquote heavily handicapped by playing on a mobile. I can't stress it enough, like how impossible that would be for me personally to play like that. And yeah, against an experienced foe like Mikulers, it will be an uphill battle. But all the more praise and hype there will be if he does manage to pick
Yeah.
up a map win here. Like everyone would just go loco with that. Would be insane to see.
It is certainly, it's my first time seeing someone play on mobile, and especially again like Hitman. It's hard to think of how hard it actually would be to play on a mobile.
Yeah, I just can't imagine, man. I really can't.
Like, back in what was it, 4 years ago, you had like mobile, Minecraft, and Fortnite. And even then, they were really hard to play. I couldn't imagine something like Hitman being played on mobile.
Yeah, it's
It,
absolutely
yeah,
crazy.
it's,
But yeah, we're 15 seconds away. Mikulus did decide to already load in. I mean, he is on PC, so it shouldn't matter all that much. He is just chilling, taking his time, meditating perhaps a little. And the spin is here, and we got Sierra Knox with the scissors as the pale rider. And Robert Knox injected poison as the street musician. Now the street musician can be a tricky disguise
Yeah.
depending on the wandering NPCs around him.
This is a spin where you could justify starting main entrance and just getting Street Musician straight off the bat and getting Robert Knox first. Because, if you get the laptop, you can get his bodyguard, and there are scissors in his own office, or in the room next to his office, if I remember correctly. So you could just pair that kill up very nicely with the start of the Sierra kill.
Yeah, I agree. Because also, like, obtaining that street musician, like I said, might be the trickiest. You might as well get it out of the way, and if you rip it in the first 30 seconds, that's still okay. And in the look at that game screen here, Joker, he doesn't even have a lot of mastery here on Miami.
Ooh.
A lot of starting locations blocked out for him, so that's definitely not beneficial for him. They are loading in at the exact same time though, so that's cool to see.
Yeah, but thankfully this is one of the spins where, especially with Street Musician, you can justify starting main, and you don't necessarily need the starting locations like the waiter or even the race marshal or something
Yeah,
along them lines.
exactly. And it does look like Mikulers is doing as you suggested there, Joker, and gets a very clean grab here. I also noticed, like at the very start, like there's only those two near the street musician, and they're always like standard, And after that, a couple of minutes in, it just becomes incredibly random, like who's looking and who's entering that tunnel. So yeah,
Yeah.
it makes a lot of sense to go for him first.
Yeah, bad game wandering around here. It does suggest that he doesn't know where the street musician is, and it's one of those guys that you can literally just walk past and just miss it because you wouldn't think it to be a disguise.
Yeah,
So yeah, this could see back games here just running around this area, just trying to find the street musician before getting real any progress.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is looking rough on bad games here. Meanwhile, Mikkelus is already approaching the standard laptop lure, which no doubt we will see here. And there we go. No, just has to do a little bit of waiting for Robert Knox to get back. It is a live kill as well, injected poison. So there's always a potential for GRB here with some weird NPC turning, of course. And yeah, Bad Games is looking a little bit lost here. I'm not sure if he's looking for the disguise at the moment.
Hmm. Yeah, and if you were just a female street musician, was in the right area, looking around this Marina Dolphin entrance area. Just needs to go a bit further until you'll find him in the underpass.
Yeah,
Mikulers, however, is successful in knocking out Robin Knox's guard and hopefully gets the kill off.
yeah,
Yeah, no GRB for Robin Knox.
yeah. No awkward turning. Also, no disguise change that happened too quickly. He
Mhm.
bided his time there and got the first kill done. Changes into security here. And now the Pale Rider, while also a very gimmicky disguise, it's very
Yeah.
easy to obtain, of course, if you know where it is. It's another one of those disguises. Like if you're not super familiar with it, you're like, I've never seen this before because you won't really encounter it in normal gameplay. I would say.
Mhm. Yeah. Of course, it is in the change rooms underneath the respective garages. And again, it's another. So yeah, Back Games as well has appeared to have found the street musician, and Pale Rider. Unfortunately, you can't find the Pale Rider as a person walking around. You'd have to just find the disguise and equip it.
Yeah.
Bad
No,
games and Bad games with no trank. This is almost impossible with no trank.
it
So
is. Where are you gonna leave the body? You just can't.
exactly. So this is going to be very hard for Back Games here to get this disguise.
I'm curious if Bad Games even has a Calmer unlocked, like mastery-wise. He does keep green guns here. He does get the disguise. Did manage to find him, so that's already a modest win, I would say. But yeah, that's a body found immediately. There's just no way around it without Calmers, sadly. Or sedatives, I should say. But yeah, in the meantime, Mikulers, I did catch him grab the scissors near the blue sea driver that's signing autographs. I had no idea that there were scissors there. So
Yeah.
I learned something there.
Hmm.
And yeah, he's already on his way towards the Pale Rider outfit, which will be right here, as my co-caster mentioned.
So
So
yeah, it's gonna be interesting here as well to see how he gets Sarah out of the car. I don't think he's built any sugar yet, so we could see him steer away from that, of course. There are two very close by, which we could potentially see him go and grab for, getting the crosshair mechanic disguise and getting a kill on Sierra.
yeah. And the good thing about the Pale Rider disguise is, of course, that he's not trespassing at the red carpet area. So it would allow for some easy navigation for him as well. Does seem like he's already taking out Kronstadt and Kronstadt mechanic here. Apologies. So that does seem he might have picked up a sugar somewhere already that we didn't know
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Here he has. I completely missed that.
Yeah,
So
me
fair.
too.
Oh yeah. Actually, I did see him go towards the initial medic tent near the VIP area, so I'm guessing that's where he got it from. So that would make sense indeed.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense here. And we're seeing some nice cutscene here on Mikuler's side. And we will be seeing a peekaboo here very shortly. The quote unquote standard play, as you mentioned already. So far, this match, flawless performance from Mikulers. Not a single mistake. And he's on a good pace as well on both maps. Does get the peekaboo. Sierra is coming in. Doesn't even gonna bother knocking him out. He has the scissor.
Yeah. Just gonna plunge into her collarbone there. And of course, near the medic exit as well, so can just equip that 3 minute disguise and just run to the van exit.
Yeah, already took care of the cameras as well while taking care of Robert. So yeah, this is flawless performance here from Mikulers here. I gotta say, really, really nice times as well.
Hmm. Yeah, very nice indeed. And that's going to be him escaping. Unfortunately, back games just couldn't find a way to get the street musician disguise, which is practically impossible without Khan, as we've already mentioned.
Yeah, you can't
But,
blame bad games there. Like without some form of sedatives there, like it's just impossible for this spin. And yeah, there we have it. Mikulers taking the map win here. And I believe there are still other matches going on as well. So let me quickly take a look at the brackets and see what that does. It was a PC match, loser bracket round 2, which sadly means we have to say goodbye to Bad Games for this tournament, but I'm sure he will be back for the next one. Mikulus will be moving on to loser bracket round 3, where he will face the Observer. Observer, of course, played last night against Moo. It's a match I still have to watch back, but I heard it was pretty good.
hmm
So that should be a really interesting matchup, don't you think, Joker?
Yeah, it'd be very good. I know. I've been in a lot of chats with Observer and Moo, and they
Yeah.
have been, they've been practicing a lot, especially the maps that they are, going to be playing. So yeah, I expect Observer will come very prepared to get in that match, and Mitch is a very good player as well, so that's going to be a very good game indeed.